and I'm standing here doing something on my phone in the nude, and I just hear, hello? And I look over, and she's staring straight at me, still knocking, going, hi, just absolutely nothing, not fazed by the fact that I'm naked. And I wasn't even embarrassed. I was just so, I stood there I didn't cover up. I just was on my phone, and I turned to her, hello? And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Does anyone have cyanide?
Speaking of sexual offenders.
Not every time. I've just shit myself.
We haven't done a podcast in weeks.
More than weeks.
More than weeks. Quite a while.
A bloody long time.
Because we've been so busy. And then I went,
Been so sick and tired.
so sick. So many different sicks. And then I went, all right. What? What?
I just looked over at your image, and you got your hands in your pockets, your hoodies on, and your head's it weighs too much.
It does weigh too much. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted.
You're so upset.
I went, it's fine. I don't need notes. I don't have any notes. I was like,
yeah.
we've got weeks of stuff to talk about. I can't think of a fucking single thing that's happened. Yeah.
I've
Sorry,
been
everybody.
sick. You've been sick.
Yeah. Different sort of sick. I've been doing a show. You've been in and out of hospital probably 10 times and spending nights in hospital and getting fucking pipes up your schnot.
Yep.
I had influenza A for a little while there.
I can't believe I didn't catch it.
I'm shocked. I slept in your bed.
Yep.
Not while she was there, but also, fucking hell. So my shower, for people that are listening, my shower is, let's ignore Sienna's assists and genuine actual issues. My shower.
His shower's a problem.
My shower floor was separating from the wall, meaning the floor was collapsing in the shower, which meant the shower didn't just need to be fixed, it needed to be fully remodeled. Well, not remodeled, what's it called when you... It just needed to be gutted and redone. So they had to...
Refurbished?
Refurbish? It had to be fixed. But it's not putting in a new tile.
It really did have to be gutted, though.
They took the whole
To the
floor
studs.
out. Yeah, they went down to the studs, took out all the rotten fucking foundation.
The hood.
They redid my shower, right? But these fucking... I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
These fucking Dominicans. Sorry, that's a line from from Oh Hello on Broadway.
That's good.
I'm just gonna say it. These fucking Dominicans. No, our landlords are Chinese, and they don't speak English. It's
and
not.
when we say they don't speak English, it's not that they have an accent.
No, they don't.
They don't speak English.
It's not like traditionally it's not important that they're Chinese, but in this story it is because
it's so important.
Because I want to point out that they speak Chinese, they don't speak English, and it's not like it's the lady who owns the house knows just enough to at home rehearse what she has to say.
Yep.
To give us the information, and she comes in and she goes, "Okay, shower."
Yep. He is not being insensitive. This is the most accurate representation of our landlord.
And it's not, because I'm not going to do the accent. But she would come in and she would go, shower, broken,
Yep.
fixing for Saturday.
Yes.
And I go, okay, great. So are you guys back tomorrow? And she shakes her head. She's like,
we didn't get this far.
This is as much as I know. So she would go, shower, broken, fixing for Saturday. And I go, okay, that's enough. And now, like I said on stream, I said this, and people go, actually, don't you know your phone has a funny little application on it called Google Translate? And I go, have you ever tried to translate Chinese or Mandarin to English? Because I'll say to her, I'll go,
big furniture sale happening on Saturday.
I'll say to her, what time are you coming tomorrow? Pass it to her.
Yeah.
And she'll look at it real confused.
Yeah.
And then go, say something in Chinese and pass it back to me. And it says, shower, big time, Coca-Cola, very yum, 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 good time, much head. and I'll be like, those words.
$12.19.
None of those words make sense in any, and have nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
It's Matt passing the phone to her, reversing it, passing it back to him, reversing it, passing it.
And I look at it and I just go, nothing.
Nah,
no
yeah.
idea.
Don't worry about it, love.
And then, so that's her. She's the better of the two. And then there's the workman. And I
Handyman.
only say workman because that's what she says.
She says
So
handyman.
did she say handyman? Maybe it was handyman. Whatever she said to me, I said back to her. Because if I went tradie, no point. Or plumber.
She's
or
always said to me, handyman.
handyman. So handyman.
That's not his name. That's his job title.
That's his job title. But he is about as handy as
He's handy as an amputee.
he's about as handy as Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
He's fucking sucks. He's about 10,000 years old.
And that's on the young end of 10,000.
This guy did the worst job of my shower. I have a shower, it's fine. Is it important that there's 3 different types of tiles in there? I guess not.
Is it important that he was filing them down in your garden bed, shattering tile shards everywhere,
Is that important? Is it important that he was smoking in my house the entire time he was working here?
and leaving the cigarette butts on your wooden floor for your dog to eat?
Yes. This guy would, while working in the bathroom, was smoking in my bathroom all day. And I'd come in and be like, man, this guy smokes like, my whole house smells like cigarettes. And then I caught him smoking in there. I was like, what the fuck? And one morning I came over and I was like, hey, no, stop
Yeah.
smoking in the house. And I'm doing this motion.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Because all your
oh, I'll cut that out. And he wasn't getting that at all. And he was like, and then go back into there.
you want one?
So I found cigarette butts in the bathroom. I found cigarette butts in the garden. And the worst day of all was a cigarette butt right down there where Sienna is sitting. Right down there in the middle of my kitchen floor was a cigarette butt.
It looked like it had been stamped out, but he had done it on the wooden floors.
I could have lost my fucking mind. And I did when I called our estate,
Our real estate
property
representative, yeah.
who works at the real estate company. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Oh, isn't that crazy?
I'm like, it's yeah. He was like, that's wild. I'm like, it is, brother. How does this keep happening?
Yeah.
How do these people keep getting allowed to come into our house?
Yep.
And I was telling him like that she just sort of like shows up at random times.
Well, she doesn't show up and knock on the front door. She shows up, lets herself in through the backyard and taps on our windows
Yeah.
and goes, hello. And Matt's giant penis is often out in his home. So she's tapping on Matt's glass window and Matt's giant hog is being propelled around the room for a TikTok he's making.
She did come out. I told him this story. I was like, she's seen me naked. And he was like, what? And I was like, literally, I walked out of because you can't see me here. This is a fully protected little enclosed area. So I can go from my bedroom out here to grab clothes off the hanger or whatever I was doing. I don't stroll around
The
naked.
blinds behind Matthew are always closed.
But
the door is not see-through and the blinds here are closed.
When these blinds are open as well, you can't see. It just goes out in my little area. You'd have to I'd hear you opening the gate before you got here. But I just came out real quick and I'm standing here doing something on my phone in the nude. And I just hear, hello? And I look over and she's staring straight at me, still knocking, going, hi, just absolutely nothing, not fazed by the fact that I'm naked. And I wasn't even embarrassed. I was just so, I stood there I didn't cover up. I just was on my phone. I turned to her, hello? And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And she's like, and then she walked away.
Penis?
And then I put clothes on. I came out and I was like, hi. And she's like, I'm here I can't remember what she was here to fix that time, but I was like, okay, go in.
Yeah.
You've seen it all now. You may as well fucking come in.
Do you want to come for a cuddle as well?
And then the other day, so shower gets fixed. First day I'm in there. I step on the tile and the tile cracks in half because they've done it. It's not an even. It's mostly even except for this one tile which was on an angle. So
they just thought you would ignore.
Ignore it. So I stood on it. I'm like, it moves because it's on an angle, but it's solid because half the tile's going under the shower screen. So when you step on the other side, it doesn't go down, but it moves. And I was like, this is weird. And then obviously I pushed down on it and it just snapped in half because it's got nowhere to go except snap.
Yep.
So it snaps and I call them. I'm like, day one, shower's fucked. And I called, that was the estate agent, the real estate, the property manager.
Oh, it's so crazy how
Jesus.
the job wasn't done properly by a
I was like, this fucking sucks.
guy who took down the chimney with a wicker basket and rope.
And so he calls me back and he's like, are you like home now? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right, she's on her way. She's gonna come over and have a look at it. And I was like, okay, I guess
Just
that's
the
fine.
sigh is just what takes it all. It's like, fucking.
And I was like, all right, I'll go off to it. And I hung up to go and put Ellie in your side.
Mm-hmm.
And she's shot. She's so close. She's like, I hang up the phone and she's already at my door.
Mm-hmm.
She knocks on the door and Ellie goes sprinting out the
Mm-hmm.
doggy door. And I just hear her going, ha, ha, no, ha. And I open the door and I'm so... Yo! I'm so done with her shit that when I open the door, Ellie's like up on her.
Yeah.
But she's like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
She's trying to lick it. And she's going, ha, ha, ha. And she's seen Ellie 100 times. Like,
She
she's...
pats Ellie over my baby gate.
Yeah, like Ellie doesn't do it, and she's like screaming, and I don't even react. I keep my face stays this fucking bored the whole time, and I go, Ellie, stop it, and Ellie jumps
You go,
down,
Ellie, chill.
and I go, Ellie, come with me, and I put her behind the gate. And I was like, go on, go look at the fucking
Yeah.
thing, and then she's literally, I can't remember what voice note I sent to Ben. I might cut it out if it's no bueno. But I was so done with her shit that I was just talking shit about her.
Yeah, right. Because you
Right
can
in
hear
front
her
of
in
her.
the background.
I can't fucking. You finish the shower and one of the tiles is dog shit. And I've come over and I've been like, bitch, fix it. Also, she gets here and the dog, like, she doesn't let me know she's coming. She just shows up at fucking 6:30. And Ellie goes ape shit and runs out the dog door and she's going,
You get the idea. I might have to cut out the first thing I said. Not because it's racist, but because it sounds racist.
Yeah.
Because I described, doesn't matter. It wasn't actually racist, it'll just sound racist. Because it almost sounds like a slur, but it's not a slur.
Is it her dinner time?
She's been a real little dickhead today.
Is she?
Yeah. We went for a little WALK.
Oh. okay.
Anyways, shower's fixed. I've got the shower back, but I had influenza A while...
So the reno started when you tested positive
Yeah.
for influenza A, the day on the Monday.
And all you want to do when you have influenza A is have about 10,000 showers a day.
Well,
And
yeah,
just
because you've got a
constantly
fever and that never breaks. So
Yeah.
you're constantly going through the I'm 40,000 degrees to I'm -7 and I need to have a shower. That's the only physical way I can heat up. I walked into my office because Matt moved all of his stuff from his office into my office so he could use that for the week because we knew the shower was going to be gone for the week.
All right, off. You're starting to hurt me now. Yeah, because I can't work in here while he's there because the house is too small.
And it's also
Stop it.
like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ellie! Sit.
So I put my office over there. I was working over there while having influenza A, while sharing a shower with Sienna. And then that was the whole point of the story. Yeah, so one day you're gone. And that was the worst day of it where I was literally like, I think I need to go to the hospital.
Where was I?
You're at work.
Ah.
And so I was just in your kitchen, like over the bench, and I was like, no one's gonna-
That's a funny sight.
the dog's doing the
Lulu's just at the doggy door, just nose up against the door, not coming in.
out. Go on out.
Look out, Lou.
So I was passing out over Sienna's kitchen bench. Out. Out.
There she goes. I was making Matt soup one night, and the last time I saw him, he was laying down on the floor in front of my space heater, and I came back, and he is like, all the lights are off. Matt's just passed out on the ground in front of this fucking 100-degree heater. I'm like, dinner's ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was part of it because I'd said you were at work and I messaged Sienna. I was like, look, I just need to lie down. Can I sleep in your bed? And that's why I slept in your bed for like 3 hours because I knew you wouldn't care. But I was like, I thought I'd better ask before. And so I'm surprised you didn't get sick. Shocked you didn't get sick. Please don't call her because then Ellie will come. Again, one day I needed to lie down, but you were home. I didn't want to go lie on the couch and we go lie
Oh my
in the
God, Murphy's
bed.
been under here the whole time.
Yeah. And so I I just lie down on the floor in your
Yeah.
office in front of that heater.
Well, the other half of that story is I've been in and out of hospital about 8 fucking times over the last 2-3 months. And we were really trying to avoid getting me sick because of my recent kidney infection. My immune system's all fucked up. And I don't know how we did it because you were just all over the house.
I had a mask on as much as I could, but I was too sick to care. And you were too not care to care.
Yeah, I don't really care about
You just
that
didn't
shit.
give a fuck.
No.
And I was like, whatever. I tried to avoid you as best I could. I like closed the door.
I think it was
while
everyone else
working.
around me was like, don't get sick. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's fine, guys. I'm fine.
I wish you'd told me that because I would have come out and fucking just lied on your couch for hours.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't have gotten sick because I would have gone back to hospital, but we haven't done a podcast since all of that stuff has happened because I listened back to the last one and it was me going through a breakup.
Yeah.
And I had been to hospital like once maybe, but that was for something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
It's not good at all.
No. I don't know what's interesting about the story other than...
You've just been in and out of hospital constantly trying to work out whether it's the cyst or the kidney infection or the other cyst or just constantly just different things going on with you that's causing you just immense amounts of pain.
So yeah, I've been on...
You've been on a lot of oxy.
I've been on so much oxycodone and tapentadol or opioids, which is the drug that's underneath morphine. So Panadol, Panadine Fort, Opes, morphine.
You know the drug that's destroyed entire communities?
Yeah, it's like the opioid epidemic. That's
Yeah.
what they keep giving me.
And you've been on it for like a month.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I'm still on it.
I'm shocked that you aren't like
Addicted to it.
addicted, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got all these gynecological problems that are going on, but I've also got these kidney stones and these kidney infections, and they can't work out whether it's gynae or whether it's kidney. So they just pick and choose and treat one or the other. And for us gals out there that are watching at home, people with things like PCOS and endo, they just don't get diagnosed quickly at all because you really do need surgery to have a look. But
Yeah, you need like a laparoscopy to see.
you need a camera in your tummy to
And then
have
they
an
can-
actual look around because things don't show up on ultrasounds and CT scans and they go undiagnosed for years. Like people, on average, it takes them like 10 years to get a diagnosis of endometriosis and 1 in 10 women have it, which is crazy.
I read a thing that said 1 in 9 women as well.
1 in 9. There you go. Like it is very common, but it's just impossible to find because
It's not impossible to find. You have to do a laparoscopy.
Well, you have to do a
and
surgery.
when you see it, it's there.
yeah.
But apparently it can take like 5 years to get that surgery
Yeah.
if you're on a waiting list for public health.
Yeah. And which is what I'm on.
Yeah.
So,
Might be time to just fork out the cash and do the private option.
well, even the private option was a 6-month wait. So it's like it is what it is. But I've been going to hospital for just immense pain. So we do like the whole day of taking 4 rounds of Panadol, 4 rounds of Nurofen. We take, 1 dose of opioids and that still doesn't even scratch the surface. So then we end up going to hospital. They check you in. They put you on a drip. They do the blood test.
Oh, Sienna, looks like your blood tests are fucking normal and we can't really tell where the pain's coming from.
They do a scan.
Your scans come back completely normal, so yeah, looks like you're right to go home.
And then 24 hours pass after they inject you with fucking morphine and that goes away. And then you're back in hospital again because the pain's come back. So it's just this never-ending cycle of the pain medication isn't working. Oh, look, we found a new thing. Oh, look, we found a new thing, but that should go away on its own. Oh, look, we found a new thing, but there's nothing we can do. Oh, look, we found a new thing, but, whatever. So it's always like shadow in the kidney infection, kidney stones, cysts on the ovary, ruptured cyst. Who knows? But it's like, oh, just take this and some anti-nausea and then go home and we'll follow up I will tell you a story about the follow-up being so fucked that I could believe it happened to me. But I had my original cyst appointment and I was put on a booking system with outpatient. at Sandringham Gynecology. So I didn't have to go private. I was like an inpatient hospital thing. They would book me in for this particular day. They would do my scans, and then I would have a meeting with the surgeons to see if we were going to go ahead or not and have a look for endo. So I go there. This is like 2 months. So I'm spending all this time in hospital, in and out, and they're going, we're just going to wait for this appointment because we can't get you in any sooner, but you've got this appointment locked in for the 2nd of June. It's there. It's on all of our paperwork. All your discharges say you've got this one appointment with gynae on the 2nd of June. So we're not going to talk to any other doctors. We're not going to progress your case. We're not going to transfer you. We're just going to pain manage and send you home. So we go there on the 2nd. The first lot of tests are all my repeat ultrasounds, and that's completely booked in, fine and great. And they go, right, gynae's going to talk to you now. So you've got to go over to this new building around the back. Talk to gynae. We're going to send your results there. Off you go.
I think it's pronounced gynae. Keep going.
Yeah, gynae doctors. Vagine doctors.
Vagina doctors.
Toddle over to the building. Knock, knock, knock. My name's Sienna. I have an appointment. No, you don't. I was like, yes, I do. Here's my paperwork. And they go, you're going to have to see the... She had an official name, and I can't remember what she was, but she was very important, and I'm going to disgrace her. She was like the ward manager, something or other. She was like the gynae manager nurse.
Yeah.
So I went into her office and I gave her just all my paperwork. And I was like, I am supposed to be here now. I am supposed to be here straight after the ultrasound to talk with gynae. This is what all you fucking doctors have said I've got. So she looks up my paperwork. It says, yes, it does say here, written up by this doctor, that you have an appointment today with gynae right here.
Yeah.
Where is your appointment? So she's looking in the system. She takes my folder, and her and 3 other nurses go into a private consult room, and they shut the door, and they're in there for about 20 minutes, and they come out, and the 3 of them go back into her office, and then she comes out alone with my paperwork. They just go into like these different rooms with my whole folder of shit. She calls me in. This is like about half an hour, maybe 35 minutes of them going back and forth, and she's like, okay, so what's happened is...
Good start.
Yeah. The doctor that booked you into this clinic Lulu has actually booked you into a clinic that was closed 5 years ago that no longer exists, and you don't even have a patient record on our system at all. So even though you're here today and you do have symptoms, you don't exist as a patient and you don't have a referral to be here. So we physically can't see you. And I was like, how the fuck did that happen? And she was like, so the discharge doctor that sent this referral months ago never actually sent it to the right place and wrote on your discharge paperwork that you were booked in 100% and that he had taken care of that.
Yeah.
So now that doctor got like an incident report written about them.
Good.
Saying that they fucked up royally. So I was like, well, this isn't entirely my fault. So what do we do? And she goes, well, you've got to now go back to your GP and ask them to write you a referral. But that referral could be a 4 to 6 month wait to see the gynae team because you've waited all this time to see this one, to get this appointment today that never existed.
You just think maybe they could just squeeze you in.
That's the thing. And I said, I was like, but I'm here now and I just had my testing done. And she's like, you don't exist as a patient.
Yeah. Then write me in.
Yeah.
Make me exist.
And she was like, the only thing you could do is go to emergency and check yourself in.
I'd be like, grab my hand.
Yeah.
Feel me? I'm real. I exist.
Yeah.
Put a camera in my pussy.
Yeah, please.
For the love of God. Put a camera inside my pussy. Please cut this shit. I exist. Trust in me. I'm not trying to get in the system. You know what I would have done. You know what's happened. Look, here's my ID. Here's my Medicare card. Here's my thing. I exist. Put me in the system. Put a fucking camera in my pussy.
Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
It's been months of this bullshit. Imagine if you were on one of those things where you waited 5 years and you get there and they're like, unfortunately, I think then that would be when I'd start like throwing things off tables and benches and shit.
Like you just do the whole sweep across?
I'd be one of those like Karens who gets caught on freaking out at an Apple store being like, I am an Apple Care member.
Yeah.
That'd be me.
What's that girl, that fat lady in the bookstore? And she's like, I'm looking for the Misery novel. Has nobody heard of?
Everybody shared that being like, this one's crazy. And she's literally playing the character from Misery. She's doing a bit.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's doing what the character, because it's not Misery, it's the book that the guy writes in Misery.
You would know.
She's asking if, like, how is it possible that you don't have James, can't remember the guy's name from Misery. He's the author.
Yeah.
He's writing a new book and she's obsessed with him. And she's talking about the book. It's probably like a PR stunt for the play or something. But there is a video of a lady complaining that she doesn't have enough cheese on her nachos. And I think about
love that video.
I think about that 12 times a day.
Yeah.
And like, do you really need more cheese?
Yeah.
And she's like, are you filming this? And then he goes to chase him and he's like, oh no, more cheese,
Yeah.
more cheese. It's so bullying. I love it.
I love it. I love a bit of bullying.
I do love a bit of bullying.
I was a little bit too emotional to start bullying the nurse. So I then left and then called my partner and I was like, what do I do? And, he was like, you should just storm into emergency and not leave and refuse to leave until they see you. But I was just like, there's nothing I can do. I can kick and scream all I want, but like, it's not going to get me in the building, because she really did explain. She's like, you physically don't exist and we're really sorry. But what stressed me out the most is she just wrote my name and number on a sticky note and just left it on her desk. And I was like, I don't know if that's the level of documentation I want right now of just my name and number scribbled down. And it was my name and number and two other people's on the one sticky note.
That's how people get deported.
I was like, oh no. Like, I'm never going to get seen. So
where are we at now?
So we are at the stage where I am now an emergency outpatient with Sandy Guiney because of all this kerfuffle.
Nice.
I can only check myself into specific hospitals now, which is slightly annoying, but it's fine, I guess. There could be worse things. And I have to have all of my tests repeated in late July.
Okay.
So the only thing I can do between now and then is go to emergency, which I'm panicking about because I am running out of medication.
What date is it now?
It is the 16th of June.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh. My birthday's on Saturday.
I know. I messaged you about it this morning.
Yeah, I didn't think it was so close.
Yeah, I said, what do you want to do on Saturday?
Well, I can't really do anything on Saturday. I'm at the theatre all day. Saturday's going to be a wash. I think I'm going to have to save my birthday for next weekend. Do something then.
Yeah, because we were talking about the after party earlier today. I was like, you guys are not going to get to the after party till like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. The set, it will take 2 seconds to pull down.
Will it?
Yeah.
Where's it going though? What if you get sent on a truck somewhere?
They'll just pull it apart. It's not, there's really not much there. They put it on like a trailer.
Oh.
It's not, like that wall at the back isn't us.
But the person who's hosting the party lives an hour away.
Who's hosting a party? Oh, no. She's not hosting anymore.
Oh.
That was something her mum drunkenly said in a foyer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish she would host it because she's close to here. Yeah.
Who's hosting?
No idea.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Not us.
Okay.
No, I'm not hosting.
Not hosting?
No, because I want to be able to leave if I want to.
Yeah. That's fair.
I don't want to have to clean up my shit. I don't want to do any of that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We also have too many neighbours for it to be that late of a kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a matinee and it was into the evening, maybe that's different.
Yeah.
But maybe, not at 3 o'clock. And also, we're too far away from the theatre.
Well, we're half an hour. At that time of night, we're 25 minutes. If you take the top. Anyways, let's talk about something that isn't fucking boring.
So we're on the mend.
We're on the mend in the rear end.
Yeah. But I'm too scared to go to the hospital because I don't want to stress you or my partner out because you're in a show. So like today I was very sore, but I was like, we can't do anything about it other than take some drugs because you two have been looking after me.
I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll just drop you off and drive home if I have to.
Be like, this one broken.
I don't take your shit on emotionally.
That's good.
Yeah. I will like the first time round, but the 8th time round, it's just business.
This will be the
usual.
9th time if I go.
9th. I'll just drop you off and leave you and be like, you know what you're doing. I don't need to take on your emotions. Mm-hmm. I'm empathetic to a point. But no, it doesn't bother me. If you need to go to the hospital, I could take you to the hospital.
Drop me
It's
the
not going
fuck
to
off.
keep me awake.
That's good.
It might have on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
You've picked me up a fair whack of times.
Yeah, and that hospital's not fucking close. Not a close hospital.
Not at all.
So with all that being said, gang, that is all that's happened in the last few weeks. If
It's
you've been-
legitimately, you've been sick in Prod Week.
Yeah.
I've been sick, not in Prod Week. And we've been working and trying to make ends meet.
I've been getting into arguments with people for no reason.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been real cranky. I've been cranky. I've been a cranky boy. I'll tell you what the
Can
problem
we
is.
unpack that?
I think I need to have sex. That's
Yep.
literally it. I think I'm a little bit touch starved.
Yeah, but who you fighting with? Women?
No, everyone. No, I don't think that's it. I did the other day go, uh-oh, because I've never been touch starved before. You know me, I'm a big
How
slut.
could you be touch starved?
All right,
These-
sap, tip, huff, 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 huff. Point is, I was feeling a little...
Deli door
Shut up.
ticket thing
Stop
at
it.
the front door.
I feel like I've been a little touch starved, and I think that's making me cranky. I want to spoon a. I'm gonna cut that out. Yeah.
Yeah, but who you fighting with?
It's everyone. I told you,
Oh.
I got in a fight with the fucking production manager of the show. I got in a fight with I shouldn't. I won't get into all the people I had fights with. Got into a fight with the lady at the gym. Remember that? First day, sign up to a new gym.
Yeah.
Fucking
the
cunt.
lockers.
I go in, because my old gym, it was all phone. I get to the phone, I go to the app, I go, doop, it lets me in the front door. I signed up to a new gym because I wanted to start swimming. And the gym has a pool. And I went there and I was going in to have a workout in the gym. And I didn't have my key because I was used to the phone. Well, what's wrong?
Were we recording?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I don't know why I thought there'd be something different on the screen. Keep going.
I forgot my key. I said to them, I forgot my key. Can you buzz me through? Is that okay? And they're like, yeah, of course. And I go through, and because I don't have my key, I can't get a locker. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just take my bag in with me. People work out with their bags all the time. That's how gyms work. People have their bag, their protein powder in the bag, their towel in the bag. Whatever. Not a big
And
deal.
what
Not for this gym, because this is a granny fucking aquatic center. Their rules are always a little bit more strict at places like that.
Yeah.
And I go in my bag, and I did pretty much all my workout, and I'm always tucking my bag like under my bench or whatever.
Out of the way, not in the middle of the
No,
road.
literally, no one could touch my bag. And this
Yeah.
other one, I'm
No one can fucking touch my bag.
I'm doing like tricep pull downs, and my bag's
Can you do that one more time?
and my bag's crammed against the wall between the machine and the wall, where no one can get to. Physically, you cannot get there without pushing past me. And the lady comes up and goes, "Are you a member of this gym?" And I looked at her, and it was
No, I came in through the window.
it was my first day, so I was like, yeah, because I was. And she goes, "Okay, so we're gonna need you to put your bag in a locker."
Gunster.
Because you cannot have your bag on the... And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm being nice. I was like, I'm so sorry. I forgot my key today. And I was about to explain to what happened. And I was like, so I came through, but I couldn't actually...
Yeah.
I wanted to give her a
couldn't
reasonable...
actually do what
'cause
I know I'm supposed to.
I'll do whatever. I actually didn't know that because that's not a rule in any other gym. Like I wasn't breaking the rules because I thought I was better than the rules. If I knew that was the rule, I would have worked something out.
Yeah.
But I literally didn't. And she interrupted me while I was trying to tell her. She goes, okay, well, if you can't get to a locker, you have to place it over there in the clearly marked bit, which was not clearly marked, by the way. Put it over there in the thing, over there, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. And she goes, and also, you need to take your towel out of the bag and have a towel. You must have a towel on you at all times in the gym. I was like, oh, fuck off.
I'm sorry that I came in looking like a sweaty piece of shit. But just because your husband doesn't love you anymore doesn't mean you have to take it out on me.
She's been such a dickhead. And then I was going over and I didn't quite see what she was talking about. I didn't see where she pointed. I couldn't work it out. And
Sorry, for the folks playing along in YouTube land, Lulu's trying to scratch me on the face. Keep going.
And so I turned back to her. I said, I'm so sorry. Where did you, like, just to ask him, like, where was it that you said the bags go? She's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm asking you a question
I
because you
know.
came and berated me in front of 60 people.
right at me, just pointed in a direction. She goes, over behind the bench, place your bag underneath the blah blah. And I wish I could remember what I said to her, but it was something like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah. It's
And-
like the girl at the blood bank.
Yeah, it was almost an identical. Yes, it was the same thing. It's like it's sort of my go-to. I was like, "Why are you talking to me like this?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm not sure what you mean, sir." And I'm like, "You're obviously like, you know, I didn't do this on purpose. I didn't know the rule. I couldn't get a locker. I'm happy to follow the rules, but you I'm like,
If you need.
I'm like, you don't need to speak to me like this. I'm like, we could just have a regular dialogue where you go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You must have missed the sign.
Yeah.
We actually aren't allowed to have your bag on the floor." I'd be like,
Because,
"Oh,
you
of
know,
course. I'll fucking
I'm
be."
paying to be here.
Yeah.
I didn't kick the front door in and go, "Oh, I'm going to do some fucking dumbbells today. I'm going to leave my dumb little bag under all these fucking equipment."
I don't know why people talk like that to other people.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
don't, because they're
And then some
unhappy.
other guy leaves and she's like having a little fucking banter with the guy that she knows, the older guy, and she's like, "All right, see you, handsome."
So when I paid $22. When I pay $44 by this time next week, are you going to be less of a cunt to me, or like do we have to wait till it's like, you know, 94 or 96
I
bucks?
pay the most expensive fucking membership there because I get gym and pool and I'm not a retiree. So I have the highest tier membership.
Do you think she may die of cervical cancer soon?
Why do you say that?
Is she old?
Yeah.
Maybe God would do you a favor.
Oh, why'd you have to pick such a specific cancer?
I don't know. Maybe because
like-
I've probably got it.
You were just like, "Hey, I hope she dies of," and like just pick.
It's like when like the girls break up and they're like, "Oh, I wish this person would die of testicular cancer." It's like, Jesus Christ.
Christ, that's so
that was
specific.
pointed. That was targeted.
Yeah, so I had an argument with her. She pissed me off that day.
Did you throw her through
I
a
also
brick wall?
haven't worked out in like 3 weeks because I've been
You've been running around on stage. I think that's a fair
doing
enough
this. Yeah, but I
workout.
need to swim and I need to lift. I need to do stuff. I think that's why I'm so antsy as well.
And you've been sick, which is
I've been
annoying because
sick.
you can't do what you need to do, like
No.
work and shit.
I've been off. I've been broke. I've been sick. I've been horny. I need to.
I'm getting horny.
If I don't punch something, I'm gonna have to fuck something. Mm-hmm. And I see 3 dogs in the house
Yeah.
that are all looking real.
You can punch that one. I nearly sent her to Valhalla the other day. Fucking Ellie. Ellie's been spending a lot of time at Auntie's house and she's been getting real comfy with the fact that she gets to live after she destroys my home. And Ellie will come in and she is a bigger dog than these 2 ragamuffins. So she can get into pretty much everything in that house because she can jump up to the bench and take down whatever's up there. My lunchbox will be ready for the day ahead of work. I wake up in the morning and just shit everywhere. The packets are strewn, ripped to shreds. My zipper's broken and eaten. She got into my medicine bag the other day and then
Which is weird because there's nothing in there that she would
there
want.
was.
Oh, what was there?
There was like emergency lollies in there, which she got to.
Yeah, that. If there is food, she will find it.
She found it.
And I say that to anyone who like comes over. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've had someone come over with shit in their bag and Ellie go, I'm like, if you have food in your bag, she will destroy your bag to get to the food. Like
Yeah.
don't leave your bag, you know.
And I just forget because I often hide snacks. I'm a snack hider because I do end up in situations where I want a snack.
Oh.
And the person I'm with don't have any snack. So I want to buy a snack. She has found every snack I've ever hidden ever since she's been staying at my place.
Good girl.
She took down the doggy treat bag or box that has been there since I've moved in and strewn that all over the house the other day, that was my straw that broke the camel's back. Because I always, when she comes to Nonna's house, she always gets a treat. She always waits at the laundry and I always give her a treat. And the other 2. But no, I went down to the laundromat, I came back and fucking $200 worth of dog treats were in her guts. minus one cookie bag which she was working on. Those big giant like Costco cookie bags. And she was hoeing into it, and then I found her, and she dropped those ears back so fucking fast and ran for the hills.
Yeah.
And I only got one bop on the snout.
You know, I saw where where it was placed a long time ago, and I thought
It's only a matter of
she's going
time.
to get that one day, and I didn't communicate that to you. Because it's not just, it's about how fast she can get her paws up on the bench, and then she can jump a little bit. So you got to get that jump distance as
I
well.
reckon she grabbed the handle and pulled the handle down.
100%.
Fucking little shit.
I moved it today. I put it up.
There's nothing left in there apart from the cookies.
There's cookies. I saw them. Plenty of cookies.
Yep. She didn't get that far. I came back just in time. But she ate all like the expensive treats, and I was like, you fucking mongrel, you've got expensive taste.
She doesn't. I've watched her eat fucking her own shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't have expensive taste.
She nearly ate a whole box of Panadol, which would have been good night moon.
She would never actually eat it though.
It's just funny because the whole box has all these bite marks around it. So she really tried.
She would try to get into it. Like the other day, she like broke into a salad that I had sitting on the bench.
She didn't eat salad?
No, she put it down on the ground. She took the bits out of it and like looked around to see if there was anything, and then that was it.
Yep.
I just came into like an upturned salad on my rug. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad all that fucking
I'm glad that's $7
balsamic vinegar is all through my rug.
Yeah, yep. Or she took your nuts.
Yeah, she pulled the nuts down and then she didn't eat them. She just spread them around to be like, you know what, actually I don't like walnuts.
But I do like breaking
She loves breaking
fine china.
containers.
Yeah. Is she her
worst?
and I,
Yes.
sometimes she's very sweet. And sometimes Ellie walks exactly where I'm walking, but Ellie's a lot more streamlined than I am.
Oh.
And she will bowl me over. So
Really?
Yeah.
I bowl her over. She does not walk fast enough. She's constantly getting under my feet. Like I'll just be walking through the kitchen and she'll just stand in it diagonally to make sure that I can't not walk through her in any direction.
Yeah.
And
You just take her out?
The amount of times my shin has gone full fucking pelt into her ribs. Because I'm looking up and I just go, doof, and I go, fuck, Ellie.
Yeah, that is it.
I pelt her across the fucking
You're
kitchen.
walking through her.
Yeah, so she's taking my full force. She falls over and then she runs out the
And she
door because she
scrambles?
thinks she's
Yeah.
getting yelled at. Because I'm going, fuck, Ellie, fuck.
Yeah. Jesus, Ellie,
You
fuck.
fucking Ellie, you idiot.
Yeah. Get out of the bloody way.
What are you fucking do? Get a kitchen. Get a fuck kitchen.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been telling her to get out of the kitchen when I'm cooking. No. Ellie, sit down. Leave the puppies alone.
You're going to work everybody up, Elle.
That's what she does. So, yeah, because Ellie doesn't bark until she gets to the place where she wants to bark. But she'll get there lightning speed. And as soon as she takes off, these two think that we're being broken into.
It's easily the most annoying
It is.
chain reaction.
She will do like 3
Imaginable.
barks. She goes, woo, 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 and goes. And then doesn't bark again until she gets out in the backyard. These two bark until they reach the destination. And they don't bark anymore.
So Ellie will go, and then they'll start going, row, 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 chasing her. And they run out, and then Sienna goes, shut up!
Yeah, it's the
It's
chain
this-
reaction.
This chain reaction of just the most annoying noises. Ellie, first off, just sprinting, like sitting there watching telly, and then she goes, and
Yep.
sprints and jumps and goes, that's already annoying. You've like disrupted my peace.
Yeah.
Then having these two little missiles start going,
They've also got no traction on the
No,
floor
so
and they're
they're
as
just
fat as anything. So they're
and so they can't get out,
Scrambling.
which makes the barking longer. 'cause
and
it
they
takes them
try
forever
and
to
jump out the doggy door at the same time.
get- and it goes, doof, 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 doof.
Yeah.
And then your high-pitched nonsense.
They're like, hey, Murphy, Lulu!
And I'm like, what's the point? They're never going to stop.
Yeah.
Never have you ever said Murphy and Lulu and they've come back.
No.
Like, just let it happen.
Unless I am standing between them and the door
Yeah.
and they've gone to charge at me, they'll stop. But if I'm on the couch with all 3 of them, or if I'm on the bed and they decide to go, I'm dust in the wind. They will just...
Dust in the wind.
They're unstoppable. They are a force to be reckoned with. And then he'll just go stand at the fence and go, "Boo!"
Every time I come over now, I walk in and he'd be sitting on the same spot on the couch and he'll go, wow.
Yeah. Wow, wow,
And I'll go, what's up?
What's up, fat guts?
And we'll sit back down.
Guts and chops.
Little head and big head.
Yeah.
So for having no podcast for weeks, we really got nothing to talk about. And I'm like falling asleep in my chair.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I got the sniffles again. Joy. 'Cause I haven't had a chair. I want to fucking sleep. I want to rest.
Well,
I need like a week off.
you've got... You close on Saturday. You've got 3 shows left,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's
Or
gonna
do
be
you...
good.
No, you've got 3. You don't have a matinee?
I don't have to do the matinee now. I asked them to use the understudy.
Great.
Because I can't do that show 2 days. I can't do that show twice in a day.
Yeah.
Smooth transition.
How long do you think that dog has left?
Probably knowing my luck about 30 years.
Because she's already, like, what, 7?
Yeah. She's supposed to be dead like months ago. from
She's
brain
past her use
cancer.
by date, for
Yeah.
sure.
But somehow she powers on to continue ruining my life.
Well, I'm pretty sure she ate some of those, those like beads that you get in certain foods that are supposed to keep it fresh. It's like in those little, like those gel beads you like do not eat. I'm pretty sure she ate like 4 of those in the process of going through all of the dog food.
Yeah.
But Ellie can eat a live car battery and just
nothing
have
happens.
diarrhea. And that's kind of it. Like she'll run a bit faster that day because she's ingested a live car battery.
Yeah. She's an odd little egg.
But these two can have one Tim Tam and be in the vets. Just, Sienna, have you got $1,300 for my tummy? Have you got, and we need $500 worth of shots. Fuck. Oh, I'm fine. They get in the car. Oh, I'm actually fine.
I'm actually good, thanks, man.
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Oh, can you roll the window down? I'm just the breeze. It's like, oh, that shot really, whew. Fucking idiot cunt dogs. She did that. She did that to you with her foot.
Yeah.
$400. There's nothing wrong with her.
But she had a limp, and then we got home, and she's like, you know what? Nah. Don't have a limp anymore.
Sorry. Actually, I just wanted to see you boop that card.
I like that sound.
I like that. It was like, declined. I like you standing at the vets with no reception trying to transfer money because that, like, brings me a little bit of joy, Daddy. He's like, hey, Dad, can you try all of your credit cards right now?
Decline.
Decline. Hey, Dad, you want me to go look for some coins under the car seat? You might fucking need it.
She sucks.
She sucks.
I think she's probably eaten a whole packet of Tim Tams.
Just multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times I've come in here, and I don't know whether you've eaten already and they're just on the floor 'cause she's eaten them, but the Tim Tam packet's always empty.
Yep.
She had a bit of Nutella the other day. Yum, yum, yum.
Em will often, like, her favorite, like, snack is, like, a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
Oh, is it?
So she's coming over, I'll have Cocoa Pops in the house. Mm-hmm. And, like, one time she left the Cocoa Pops out and Ellie got into them. But she's actually genuinely shocking at, like, putting stuff away.
Okay.
Like, I sent her a picture one day when she left.
Of the carnage?
No, of, like, the milk that she just left out on the bench. And I was like, were you born in a fucking...
You born in a barn?
You born in 1890? We
Yeah.
got a fridge. Put the fucking milk in the fridge. Say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, that's okay. I don't need diarrhea anyway, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to do me a solid there.
So she's definitely, and Tim Tams as well is a real M thing. If there's Tim Tams in his house, she's either been or is on her way.
Is coming.
And
yeah.
she's definitely eaten packets of Tim Tams that have been left out.
Yep. But it's just like she'll just go out and have some of the most colossal diarrhea I've seen exit an animal.
She had like literally, like it was like a tap.
Yeah.
Like it was just like the thinnest puddle I've ever seen.
It's like when you get a new bottle of like Heinz ketchup and you do the first squirt and it's like a little bit
that
liquidy,
clear,
but it
yeah.
really comes out with force.
Yeah.
It's just
Disgusting. Disgusting.
and she like pops the fastest squat either. Like if you see him, whatever. If you see Murphy poo, he really waddles into the squat. But she'll be mid sprint, pause,
stop.
hunch, and just I don't know.
And then I've seen her do just the biggest horse piles you've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Like,
Daddy, I'm not gonna go out here and powder my nose. I should go out here and drop a horse pile, take my t-shirt off.
let's take my t-shirt off, drop a horse
How much
pile.
turd can your carpet take?
What's the turn limit on your carpet?
And your carpet.
I had to take my shirt off and drop a horse
We're gonna
pile.
need gravity behind this
I'm
thing.
gonna sweat through this one.
I'm gonna take my t-shirt off.
She, I've seen her do like just mountains of shit. She does this real weird phenomenon. There's one around the corner right now where she'll do an upright poo, and the poo is standing upright and just leaning ever so slightly like the Eiffel Tower.
Because there's bugs and things living in that shit.
Keeping it upright, yeah.
They're building their fortress inside her gut, and it just so happens it's left her gut while they're in the middle of construction.
She makes so many fucking tower poos.
Tower poos.
She has so many tower poos Al-Qaeda's watching.
Every time you see a plane fly over, you're
Oh
like,
my God,
Jesus,
fuck, here we go.
Fuck, here we go again.
Here we go. They've hit the third tower.
There was a plane crash recently.
I'm sure there was.
A plane crashed in India and killed like 300 people. One person lived. Is that funny?
It's because you said it killed 300 people. One person lives. And I was like, wait, one of the 300? Or did this plane have 301 people?
No, I don't know. It was like around 300 people.
It was the phrasing you meant.
Yeah.
You went, killed 300 people. One person lives. I was like, wait, so did it kill 299 people?
301 Dalmatians.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, anyways. Is there more to that story, or are you just trying to bum me out?
No, I was trying to bum you out.
I'll tell you what. My whole algorithm right now is Indian street food, and I don't want to be culturally insensitive, but that shit looks fucking disgusting.
Yeah, well, it's because it's covered in flies.
Every time I see Indian street food, and I have a friend who was talking about being like, oh, I would love to get like street food in a place like that. And I'm like, oh, you want to die of dysentery because your body cannot handle this is a fact. Your body cannot handle that level of bacteria.
No.
That is not, have you seen that shit? Like they'll have their feet in the food. To be sitting cross-legged, fucking around with shit with their bare hands, wiping their nose, their feet in there, cooking shit on the floor.
But have you seen the flies and things, and they just shoo the flies off?
Or like
and
sometimes
it's
they'll just go in.
Yep, covered. And like, let alone your body being able to handle the atmosphere, like the pollution difference. Like, and then to be ingesting the food that was kept in like a cardboard box for 6 weeks out the back, which is just all raw fish.
Yeah.
And then they're cooking it in a stew and just dousing it in curry powder and then going,
Yeah, but
Blue.
I remember an episode of Idiot Abroad where Carl went to India and he did this thing. It's such a good bit where he goes to like this temple and he meets this guy and then this guru person, whatever. And then they go for a dip in like the nearby lake and they wash themselves in the water naked. It's a part of the ritual. And he's like in there and he goes, dip your head under, and he dips his head under and comes up, and then it just hard cuts like the next day and he's like, and he's got diarrhea.
yep.
And he's like, they didn't
Connecting with spirits.
They didn't tell me that you're not supposed to put your head under the water because like all the water is just fucked.
Like barley water.
Yeah, you can't.
Fuck that
you can't
shit.
even just dip your head under the water, or you'll end up with proper dysentery.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's a special diarrhea you can get in like Mexico. There's a special diarrhea that like you just shit blood for like 10 days. What's it called?
The exorcism.
What is it called? It's something dysentery. It's not specific to Mexico. I just remember the story I heard about it was who's the guy? Whatever. Point is, he got it.
He got it?
He
You
got it
bad?
in Mexico. I don't know if it's specific to Mexico, but he got it in Mexico. Fucking crazy. I can't imagine shitting blood for 10 days. Oh wait, yes I can.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Probably more than 10 days.
Easily. So hey, if you have shit blood for 10 days, make sure to send your pictures to contact@therealgmat.tv or submit them in the Discord.
Do you think that we could start doing a similar thing to
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
OnlyFans kissing videos.
Yeah, with tongue. Where we show each other like 5 TikToks that we found during the week to share to the other person, and then we can put them like on there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't use TikTok, so it'll be like Instagram.
Well,
Reels.
Instagram Reels is fine. We just have to put the credit of the creator.
You've been watching YMH clips, haven't you?
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah, I knew it.
And I've been really enjoying the giggles.
Fucking
Because I
Christine's
saw-
Creations. Do you follow her on Instagram?
Who, Christina?
Christina's, yeah.
No.
She puts them on her Instagram story.
Okay.
Like anyone's, so it's like her story is always just like, just
The
that.
best
but
of?
yeah.
They were
Whatever
talking.
she found that day, and it's constant.
They were talking that on one of the episodes, it was like a 2-part video of this like old fucking hick, and she was like morbidly obese and not all there in the brain, and she's like doing one that's like front camera, but the camera's like down under her chin,
They
and
always
then
they pick the worst angles.
yeah, and the next video I was like, oh, one of my fans sent this to me, and I wore this out. And it was like, I was born in November, which means and it was like an acronym. So it was like,
I know what you're talking about. What does it say?
this is
Yes. And she's
it's
getting,
like it's
she's,
fun and fabulous.
yeah, she's getting
it's
mad.
like absolutely.
She's like, I have no idea.
Smooth transition.
This girl posed a question to her chat thread, and she said, "What are girlies addressing the girlies? What are some things you do
Lulu, Ellie, listen up.
to be more whimsical within your life?" And these girls commented all these things that they do of just living their life being a na 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 na, just a brain dead human. One said, I say road trip every time I miss an exit while driving. I tell my hamster not to answer the door for anyone when I leave.
Let's go on.
I say, can you hold this please when I set my purse on an inanimate object? I paint on the shells of my garden snails so I know who's a repeat visitor. That's something I would do.
I like that one. That's not like dumb girly.
I say, excuse me to the pigeons on the sidewalk. I say, well, good thing no one overreacted out loud to myself after a good cry.
Yeah.
I say, may I take your coats when I'm peeling garlic?
That's stupid.
I tell my dishes, it's bath time.
Oh my God, I'd fucking divorce you.
Yeah. I say, milady, whenever I walk by a mirror.
I like that one.
All lids are hats. If I can't find the lid for that something, I ask it, where is your hat? I say bless you to pets / animals when they sneeze. That's a given.
Of course.
When I feed my dog, I say the usual.
That's a female insult. Keep going.
And when he's done, I say, and how was everything this evening?
That's fucking stupid.
Yep, really stupid. Hang on, we got more. I thank candles before blowing them out. I don't love that one.
That's
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
All right, I like that.
This one made me giggle. I have Antarctica pinned on my weather app to check on the penguins every day. Like, oh, how's the weather in Antarctica today? I draw hearts on my face with my moisturizer every morning. Go. I yell, guards, whenever a negative thought comes up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a girl who like calls her partner daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the male equivalent of like, all right, let's rock and roll, gang.
This guy has changed our lives.
Come on, guys, let's see what my darling has
Made
made
for
for
me.
me.
Darling has made for me.
Darling has made for me.
Darling
Darling has made for me.
He's my favorite.
He's like a random like 7-Eleven like a Quickie Mart worker, and he just
Quickie Mart.
he just unboxes what his wife's packed him for lunch.
That's the sweetest thing.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
The baby Groot.
The baby groups.
The baby Groot have made me.
The chia seeds. Thank you, my darling. This one's gorgeous. And then what do we have again? Today we go. We got 4 boiled eggs. Today we got 4, not 2. We got 4 boiled eggs. Stay in the tummy looking very yummy. Hello guys, let's see what my darling has made for me. Darling has made for me. Darling has made for me.
That's fucking good. I love him. He's a high quality human being.
He is. That's one lucky lady.
Yeah.
Because he would get home like after eating all her food and be like, that was a fucking bomb-ass lunch, babe.
That was a great one. I love you, darling. Thank you for making that for me, darling.
Yeah, the lisp really fucking sends me.
Darling.
Smooth transition.
You can't just show me Kill Tony clips. That's
seen
not
them?
the TikToks we can show. It's gotta be original content,
Original?
like fucking weirdos on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Can't just be like, hey, here's a clip of Shane's podcast.
Oh, we love. This is one of our new favorite girls. Is Chicken Caesar Sam.
Speaking of fucking girls, have you seen everyone get mad at Sabrina Carpenter's new album?
Mad.
Yeah.
She hasn't released it yet.
No, she's
she just
released the
released the
cover
name
art.
Mhm. of her getting dragged by some dude.
Some dude's got her hair.
Her hair,
and it's
yeah.
called Man's Best Friend. She's on her hands and knees, and people are like, we fought too long for this like regressive fucking bullshit
No.
of glorifying domestic, power plays.
Did
and
anyone
shit.
listen to her song Man Child? She shits on every man. She calls basically every man on this universe stupid. Like, she's poking fun at the fact that men are dumb, and like, that's their depiction of us. That's not what she thinks of herself.
We don't know that yet, though.
No, we don't.
I've been said that take's been happening a lot as well. People being like, it's a feminist message. I'm like, she hasn't even released the album yet, guys.
She's released one song. That's it.
And
But
they're
she
like,
loves a good fucking. It's like she does her entire show in lingerie.
I know, like, I'm not that shocked. Like, if that's the aesthetic, if it is just like dumb slut aesthetic, are we shocked?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But
Please, Brina.
But people are like pushing it like she's actually a lot of her stuff has like feminist undertones, feminist overtones, and it's actually really. And I'm like, the two viral things I've seen of her is being like, hell in motherfucking Melbourne. I'm doing a fucking show in Melbourne. Fist my ass and
Yeah.
shut my cock in Melbourne. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
okay. And the other one is the Juno thing.
Yeah, the
Where
positions.
have
you
ever
tried
checked
this one?
does like a different sex position.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's not like, she's telling us who she is
Yeah,
from the
it's
get-go.
all her brand is sexual innuendo.
Yeah, and it's not people sexualizing her. She sexualizes herself.
Yeah.
Which is her prerogative.
Yeah, she's allowed to do that. She's of age.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's
But
her shtick. That's her shtick of being cheeky. It's all like her lyrics aren't like fucking Ariana, and she's like, fuck me to the daylight, 30 for 35.
I mean, she doesn't not have lyrics
she's-
like that. She's got
no,
some
she's,
pretty fucking intense.
Come right on me. I mean, camaraderie. Said you're
Yeah.
not on my time zone, but you want to be. Like, there is clever shit, but she doesn't
It's
come
not
out
that
and say,
clever.
like,
Let's-
slap me and call me a whore.
It's not that clever. Everyone needs to stop riding Sabrina's dick so much.
Yeah.
In both ways. Stop,
She's a.
stop praising
I
her
don't-
as the greatest artist in the world, but also stop
She's not the greatest
stop
artist in the
expecting
world.
her to be like
Who's saying she's the
good role
greatest
model.
artist in the world?
Everybody loves Sabrina.
She's
I
really-
think she's a fucking genius.
Yeah, but everyone thinks Taylor Swift's a genius.
Yeah, it's just fucking lay off, everyone. Let her fucking make whatever she wants. And if it comes out and it is like a feminist twist, and she is being clever, good on her. If it comes out and she's doing dumb slut aesthetic and she's saying, you know, it's actually kind of fun to have my hair pulled and fucking be degraded a little bit because some people are into that shit. Then all praise to her, but don't be surprised if that's the take. If that's how it ends up being, don't be shocked.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah.
she doesn't like make those jokes constantly, and she's not like the most mature person. Fucking, please don't prove I'm right. What's that
Barry.
song? What's that song?
Yeah, please, please, please.
Just the most immature bullshit I've ever seen. She was with him at the time, saying everyone thinks you're a piece of shit, and you're gonna like, please don't prove them right that you're a piece of shit.
and you're going to be the piece of shit in
Imagine-
the music video.
Yeah, imagine just the context of that whole thing. That is a immature, like really revealing thing to do.
Well, she writes Shawn Mendes' tweets in a song called, she uses his tweets in a song called Not the Sharpest Tool in the Shed.
Yeah.
And she verbatim says his tweets.
Yeah,
Because she used to date him.
It's immature, funny.
Yeah.
But I'm not shocked by this album cover. If that is like, if there's no irony there and it's just, like I said, I have no other word except dumb slut aesthetic, because that is like a thing, is dumb slut aesthetic. That's a proper like term that people use.
Yeah.
And people like it. And it's, some people think it's feminist driven. It's to be like, I'm allowed to have dumb slut aesthetic if I want to. It doesn't mean I'm seeking male attention. I just
Yeah.
want to look. I just want to be like and feel like and look like a dumb slut.
Well, her shtick is that, especially with this short and sweet thing, is she's dressed up like a 50s, 60s porcelain doll. She's got her hair curled up and she's got, the 90s and things like that and the little short, little cute heels. And her thing is like, who, me? Do I want cum dripping down my face? Little old me? I would never. Like, that's her gag, is that, like, the way she dresses is not necessarily slutty, but it's like, oh, if I open my legs, like, is there like a little kiss inside my, like she's got things in there. She's got a bit where she's in a full length skirt and she's like, I'm so horny. Oh my God, my dress fell off. And like the girls take her clothes off.
Yeah.
And so, oh my God, you're so hot. My clothes fell off.
Yeah.
Like, that's her shtick. She knows that she's being a bit of a dumb slut, but she's playing into that. For people to then
and it's
go.
fun. I like it if
It's so fun. It
it's
sells.
And
Yeah.
I don't,
She's not the best singer in the world, so she's got to do something.
I think she's a good singer.
She's a great singer.
I think
just
she's a
not the
better
best
singer than she plays.
Oh,
Like, like she can sing better than that. Like she was Katie on Mean Girls on Broadway.
Yeah.
That's a proper belt.
Yeah.
And she must have been able to do it. I haven't heard any audio of it, but like I imagine the sexy whisper singing is a industry idea, not a choice.
Yeah. Well, she's got like
I think people just
6 albums before the short and sweet one that came out.
Which one was that?
The espresso one.
Oh yeah.
Like she's been singing for a long time, but she's been a Disney girl, so she hasn't been able to be a bit of a dumb slut. And now that Taylor Swift gave her the gateway to the West and said, here's all my fans, sing in front of them.
Yeah.
And hate men. Just don't forget to hate men because men are dumb. And that's what my audience likes, is stupid men.
Yeah, well, that would be a good case if not every single song was about men.
Yeah.
It is interesting to be like, hate men, men suck, men, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, then stop talking about them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Stop talking about
the only
all the
thing-
sex positions you want to try
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
It is the only thing that Taylor writes about.
Yeah. I don't know if she's directly, if that's her influence, is like, if she's saying you have to sing about, I think you're being ironic and funny.
Yeah.
I don't think she's saying, hey, you can come by tour, but you have to talk about how shitty men are.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Because I think it's quite the opposite. I imagine Sabrina is a big fan of men.
She's a huge fan of men and cock.
She does love cock.
She loves cock.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And you know what? If that is the case, fucking who cares?
Who cares? She's
Stop
allowed to
riding her
love
dick.
penis.
Let her fucking live her life.
Yeah.
Stop tearing apart and analysing everything she does.
Well, she's young, isn't she?
She's young, dumb, and full of cum. Let
Yeah.
her just fucking write dumb songs. Or maybe some of them will be smart. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah.
But like getting upset because she's not living up to your, like, what you've idealized her as when
wonder-
she's made her brand so fucking clear is really, really dumb.
I wonder what her thought process was with Barry.
Go listen to Chapel Roan if you want like someone who's pushing and has a message and an agenda. Sabrina's just trying to have some fun.
Yeah. Let's have some fun with some cum.
Well, the thing with Barry, I don't know. She's probably
Because she went to the Met Gala with him as his date. She put him in her number 2 best-selling single, Please, 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 in the music video.
the music video is very clearly
And the
song
song
was very
is
clearly
about
aimed at him. And
She's-
being like, you've proven yourself to the world as a bit of a shitty person. Mm-hmm. For the love of God, don't do it with me. And then he did. What did he cheat on her with
He
someone?
cheated on her with like a C-list model or some bullshit.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, the thing that everyone
Well,
said
he
was
got drunk at a pub
classic.
and then she dumped him because I think he got arrested
Nice.
and then he cheated on her.
Oh, okay. Well, if he dumped her, then he didn't cheat on her.
No, they
If she dumped him.
I think they got back together
Oh, okay.
and then he cheated on her.
Who fucking knows?
But it doesn't matter how fucking hot you are. The Kardashians get cheated on all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking Ariana got cheated on by her husband. Selena Gomez got cheated on. Fucking,
Who was Ariana's husband?
he was her real estate agent.
What?
Dalton Gomez was the name of her husband.
I didn't-
He's a real estate agent in America.
I
And
didn't
they
even know
met.
she was married.
Well, she's not married anymore.
Oh, yeah, because he cheated on her.
Yep. Well,
Imagine marrying someone called Dalton.
Well, yeah, she met him before COVID, married him, did COVID together, and then he cheated on her. But then she also encouraged fucking Ethan Slater to cheat on his wife and his newborn baby.
We don't know if she encouraged it.
That's not true.
Do we know that she encouraged it?
Well, she divorced her husband and went straight for Ethan.
Yeah, but we don't actually know these timelines. We don't know these people, is my point.
No.
And we don't know if she did encourage it, or if they were secretly already divorcing, or if he just broke up with her and then started pursuing Ariana. We don't know if she had any actual play in it.
Well, the wife came out and did an interview.
Oh, did she? Of course she fucking did.
She really dragged both of them.
Yeah, well.
I mean, like, the problem is Ariana doesn't have a good track record with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, she's broken up. Basically, every guy she's seen, she's had something to do with their current relationship, and then them leaving their current relationship for her, and then when she finds someone else.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if Ariana Grande showed up and was like, do you want to date me? I'd be like, oh, sorry, whoever I'm married to.
Yeah, literally.
I'm probably going to go date Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
So it's not a tough battle.
Yeah.
That's not true. I find Ariana Grande really upsettingly unattractive.
My mum said the other day, she was like, is she okay? I was like, maybe I'll just text her,
I'll just
Mum,
give her a
and find
message.
out.
Ariana, you doing all right? She'd be like, I'm doing fucking better than all right. I'm fucking rolling.
I'm swimming in
swimming.
cash.
I'm doing just fine.
My second movie isn't even out yet, lady. Like,
Fuck you know.
that'd be fine. Apparently, she put a statement out that she turned down the role of Megara in the live-action Hercules.
Meg. Oh, Meg. Yes. I didn't even know she had a full name. I thought it was Meg. Who's doing that now? Someone's got it. Someone has it. And I remember being like, that's funny. Maybe Dua Lipa?
Oh, no way.
I think
Really?
so. Yeah, something like that. I think it might be Dua Lipa. And fuck, would that be good? I'd like to do her Lipa.
I bet you would. No official casting has been announced.
Smooth transition.
All of that has to be cut out. You can't say some bullshit. That undermines our entire argument.
All right, cut that out and I'll...
No, I'm going to leave it in and let people know what a piece of shit you are. What a
You
fucking...
left my Olympic fuck up in.
Did I? What? No, I cut it out, didn't I? Or I put a voiceover in?
Yeah, but I still sounded fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, because you are stupid.
They do mention something about her family.
Yes,
family
but my point is
heritage.
you can't say, if it's not that she's Mexican, you can't just say she's Mexican, because that's like being like, it's a story about Vietnamese people and being like, you know that Chinese show? You're just saying that because it's the most famous Hispanic.
Yeah. They make some sort of that Snow White has Hispanic heritage.
Yes.
Because they cast Rachel Zegler.
Yes.
Yes. But you think that's why they had to put that in? That wasn't in their original draft.
No, I reckon that was in their original draft. I reckon they went, let's have a Hispanic Snow White. I think Rachel Zegler was there before the script.
As in to cast?
Yeah, they said, let's do a cast, then let's do the script.
I don't love her.
Yes, I had this debate with someone the other day where they were like, I was like, well, she was acting like a bit of a dickhead. And they were like, why? And I was like, well...
Wait, they just weren't aware what she was doing?
Well, that she was... she was
had
like...
the fucking producer fly across the country?
Well, people think that was fucked up from the producer. And I'm like, they think because the producer showed up... Because her whole thing on Twitter was like, oh, great work. You come up and you intimidate a 21, whatever old she is girl. And I'm like, it's not intimidation. That's your boss.
Yeah.
And you got on the internet and...
Made a fool of yourself.
Made a fool of yourself and tanked the film that you were a part of.
The key role of.
The key role of, and which is really detrimental to the whole production. And you got to remember that you are representing thousands of people who worked on this film. It's not just the Rachel Zegler show. You are the lead character. But if you tank this film, it affects thousands of people.
And your political views, unfortunately, tank this film.
And you don't give a fuck what happens to anyone else. You're happy to just tank the film because you want to mouth off on Twitter. That's not chill. That's not okay.
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, if this production goes well and this, you know, those people will move on to another job. But if this gets tanked,
Cameraman number 4 ain't gonna feed his kids tonight.
there could be small companies in that company who might get affected by that, like film and lighting and different people who might their business might get affected because your movie tanked because you were acting like a dickhead on Twitter. And
it's not her sole fault that the movie did poorly. It was a poorly done movie from the get-go. She didn't do it any fucking favors. And I'm sure it was, you know, in her Disney contract to not be a little fuckhead online.
And it's not crazy for the producer or whoever it was to fly over
the
and
producer's
have a
son.
meeting with her to be like, no, it was the producer. She was going off at the son saying, your dad, blah, 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 something like that.
Yeah.
But he goes to you to have a meeting with you to sit down and be like,
In person,
can you
which
shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Like,
I
and
feel like
that's
that
your
would be
boss.
the courteous thing to do, to be like, I'm going to travel to have a one-on-one conversation with
Yeah.
you.
Not intimidate. I mean, maybe it was intimidating. I don't know. But like, that's your boss. They come to you to be like, you are going to tank this film.
Yeah.
And
if
you're
you
going to
keep
affect the
going the way
lives
you're
of
going.
thousands of people. From like, you know, millionaire producers down to fucking people holding a mic who are making far less than anyone else.
Yeah.
You know, you're affecting a lot of people
Yeah.
because you want to you
Express your, well, use your platform for your own fucking agenda.
yeah.
Which is like, you know.
You can, but don't slam the film that you were just working on in the process.
She put this video out of her bawling her eyes out saying, people just love to see me fail. And, you know, those people are going to be left behind when I'm the one taking the bow at the end of the day. It's like, no, people were angry at you because you took a platform that was given to you. You're hired to be a role model for kids and you shat on the movie's origins every opportunity you got. You said it was too scary. You never even finished the movie that you're starring in. Like, you aren't showing grace and poise and what, you know, Snow White was all about back in that day. It was whistle while you work, do everything with a smile. Not like, you know, she's like, she was dreaming about true love. That's dumb. It's like, it's not.
You don't need to shoot down you know, you don't need to step all over where the movie came from to make to get your movie another level up.
Yeah.
You don't need to spit on something that is important to some people. I couldn't give a fuck about Snow White. But like, Disney has hired you.
Yeah.
You're working for this company and you're going, that thing you made is regressive and stupid and old. Of course it is. It's from the fucking
It's one of the
40s.
first. It was the first Technicolor movie that Disney put out, or something like. It was like a milestone movie for Disney,
and it's also a live action remake of that movie. So
Yeah.
when you come out being like, that thing sucks. Anyways, come watch the live action thing.
Yeah.
Don't you see? Does it not cross your mind how that can be really? That can turn people off, and
Well,
that's
yeah.
why the audience starts turning on you because you go, oh, this thing that, because the only people who are going to go and see a live Snow White fucking remake are the people who like Snow White.
Yeah.
And if you come out saying Snow White sucks,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, what the fuck? Why is this chick like doing this movie then?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it better. I'm like, how are you going to do it better? Because I'm Colombian.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. Are you going to do the what are you talking about right
Yeah.
now?
What are
What
you
are you
actually
saying
talking about?
right now? What does that have to do with the film? What are you doing in the film that makes the film better?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, actually, she's not white anymore. And I'm like, what are you doing in the movie that makes the movie better? What is better about the film? What are you doing to make it? Yeah, sorry. My bad.
But she went out. She's like, she's not going to be dreaming about true love because, like, the prince kissing her without her consent is really creepy. It's like, no, it's a magical land where she was put under a fucking curse and she was in love with him. And guess what? Clause says that if true love kisses other true love, no more poison. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey
Also, get up your high horse. There's still fucking little people in your film
that are animated.
cleaning your fucking house.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
This reminds me of this time Ben had I watched Ben have an argument with someone when they were like we went to a thing and not an argument, but he was sort of like poking fun. But they came to this thing that we were at and they'd just come from seeing this band. And Ben was like, oh, who'd you see? And they said, blah, 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 blah. He goes, oh, cool. What are they like? And he goes, oh, they're so cool. It's just like, it's a full female band, right? But it's like a rock band, but it's all girls. And he goes, oh, cool. Like what's their like style? Like,
Yeah.
What are they?
Well, they're playing.
What's good? Like, what's good about them? What like? And he goes, oh, it's like they're just all girls, and they're just like, it's just so cool to see these women up there doing blah blah. Blah. And he's yeah, but like, what are they? What's their style? What's cool about them? Like, what's the?
Yeah. So far, they've got boobs. Anything else?
He said they're just the most amazing band. He's like, what is amazing about them? Like, they're all women, and he's like, yeah, but. What is good about the band? What is it exactly? What is the musical quality? The band. What is the thing about the band? He goes, and he just kept going. And he just kept saying, "Oh, they're so awesome. They're just like rock chicks. They're just these girls that are up there." And that's was making me laugh. That
because it's like
that's
so
all,
you wouldn't say that if they're all dudes.
You would be like, they're just dudes, man. They're just guys. And like, yeah, what's good about them?
Yeah,
you know.
That's real funny. He's like, well, the only cool thing was their gender that they were representing at the time.
What's their like? Do they have cool lyrics? Are they like?
Yeah, like they got instrumental bits. Like does one bust out in a fucking?
Is it like classic 70s like clean rock, like clean guitar? Is it like driving drums? Like what is it? Does it remind you like Foo Fighters or is it like Led Zeppelin? It's like they're just all girls. I'm like, what does that mean, brother? That's the thing with this. That was reminding me of the Snow White thing where it's like, I'm like, so what is it about this movie that makes this movie special? I'm like, well, guess what? She's not white. And I'm like, cool. I guess that's a cool take.
Yeah, like she.
It'll be interesting to see like a different. What's it about the movie? I'm like, get this. Hold on to your socks,
guys.
She's Colombian.
So it's like it's called.
This is so dumb.
It's called Snow White, but she's not actually white. She's actually of different ethnicity.
It's gonna blow your fucking mind.
What the title is.
I'm like, I couldn't give a fuck what race she is. What is it about the movie? Is it gonna
smooth transition?
What are we going to entitle this one? What are we talking about?
Fucking who knows? That was a jumble. That was a jambalaya.
We need something that's gonna get us some views. We've been doing poor on the old YouTube viewership. It has not been great.
We're doing okay on the audio listens though.
Are we?
Yeah.
How do you see any of that?
I can only see it. Jambalaya.
You know what I've been loving is Justin Bieber's slow descent into madness online. I've been really enjoying that.
I've not been enjoying it. I don't like watching him
spiral.
It makes me sad.
Because
it seemed like he had a rough go early on.
A traumatized child.
Yeah, it seemed like he had a rough, and he's also got connections to Diddy.
Well, yeah, someone came out and said, hey, so like all your photos that Diddy took of you are now in the court case and they're being shown to the world.
And I can't imagine that's particularly fun. Yes, no, I don't enjoy his descent. And obviously his teenage years were fucked.
Yeah.
And that was fun to watch because I was the same age as him. And I was like,
really?
Yeah, we're the same age. So I was like, hey, you fucking loser. And then as I get older, I'm like, oh, that sucks. And now he's like got his shit together. I'm like, that's nice. He's got a kid. He's got a wife. He's got blah, blah. And now descending again. It's just like, oh, man, you poor guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with you.
He's having a real crash out online.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is objectively quite mean to his wife, but then he comes online saying like, I'm the best to her. Like, I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm this and that. I'm like, okay. Why'd you slam the door in Hailey's face the other day? There's like videos of him getting out of the car and just reaming the door closed like into her head, and she's like having to stop the door.
What'd she do?
Well, I don't know.
Smooth transition.
A photo of Chris Brown's sold out concert.
Smooth transition.
None of the things you just said then were correct.
Smooth transition.
Blake Lively's lawsuit.
Smooth transition.
Taylor Swift's dad.
Smooth transition.
The villain in this entire story.
Now, hold on. All right. So her take is Ryan Reynolds is a villain. He comes to set. He's obviously manager of her in some way, sees the daily, sees the script, goes in.
Not impressed.
Has an argument in a thing and then becomes her chaperone and takes more control. What did he see in those dailies? Did he see maybe one of these shots of him being really inappropriate with his wife? and then he goes in and has an argument with him, and then he chaperones his wife to care for her. That's also a take. But because fucking Candace Owens, his brain is wrapped to make sure to keep this fucking drama going and twist the story to angle towards the person she wants to be the hero or the enemy, which is Blake and Ryan. I don't know, man. I don't think Ryan Reynolds has bad stories about him in Hollywood. And then all of a sudden he's a big villain. And I'm like, is it possible that maybe he saw some really fucked up shit in the dailies? Because the dailies isn't trimmed and edited. The dailies is everything that's shot. And as we've already seen, there's footage of him being inappropriate with her when they're doing a romantic scene.
Yeah.
He might have seen some shit and been like, yo, this is fucking wild.
Yeah, like I read the original
Don't
script.
fucking talk to my wife like that. And whether you're in a scene, whether you were not rolling, and this shit's. And then he chaperones his wife. I think it's that fight leading to him chaperoning his wife. Seems like it could definitely not be he's crazy. It could be him protecting his wife.
Or being like, I'm going to be here just for support in case you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or you looked really uncomfortable in those shots.
Or it could be a thing where he saw it and he goes, this is a shitty film, I'm taking over. And he's the villain. Maybe that's it. But for you to assume that that's definitely how it is when there's so many other ways it could go.
Yeah.
That conversation we constantly have that nobody actually knows what each other's thinking and what the...
Well, Blake was the producer on that movie, so couldn't she have enough of a say if she didn't like the way it was going?
No, producers don't have to say. Producers give money.
Oh.
It's not Amdram.
Fair.
Producers don't really do dick.
Well, I've been trying to keep up with the Kardashians.
It's impossible to keep up because nobody knows what's actually fucking happening.
No.
It's all hearsay. They're saying, and her go, don't come for me, this is just what I was told. I'm like, who were you told this by?
Yeah.
Because all of that could be bullshit as well. Who were you told this by? Some other TikToker?
Yep.
All right, you need to take these dogs home. You're going to scratch your palm. Hey, it's GMat here from The Real GMat, and don't forget that if you enjoyed that episode of Mentally Illegal and you want to hear more, we also have the podcast post show available exclusively to our Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/GMat podcasts. The podcast post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we just keep on chatting. Again, patreon.com/GMat podcasts. Don't forget to thumbs up, rate, and like this podcast on your podcast app of choice and share it with all of your friends.